This is the social media training that you will not find anywhere else. And the reason is because I have listened to, I don't even know how many tens of hours of social media training, and definitely probably into 100, honestly. And this is what I've gathered from it. So first of all, I want to set the focus on, we are business builders. Like, we are network marketing business professionals. And that is our main job, more than building on social media. Okay. Like, social media is a tool that we use for sure, but building on social media is not our main job. We are building a network marketing business. So before anything else, we have to be growing in leadership and inviting people into our team and keeping people. Okay. So retention is really important. Customer service is really important. Leadership and doing all of the IPA, number one priority. Okay. But social media is a tool that we use. And I know we've all been talking about this for a little bit. So, okay, there are three things I want to chat with you about. Number one is the difference between an influencer and a content creator. And I have notes down here if you see me looking down. Okay, so let's talk about an influencer first. If you don't have paper and pen, definitely grab that. An influencer uses I statements. I found this new shirt. I am using this kind of makeup. I statements. Their focus is on promoting, and their focus is on their follower count. Their follower count matters because that's how they make sales, right? Like, influencers make a profit off of every time they sell. So they have to have a lot of people on their account so that they can make more sales. They focus on quantity. They're in their stories all day long very often. They make posts every day very often. And it's me over you. So it's the influencer and all about them more than their audience, right? And I say that and it sounds kind of bad. That's just a way to market. I'm not calling influencers out by saying, oh, you're just all about yourself. No, it's a way of marketing. Okay. Now, content creating. They use you statements, we statements. People like you and I, like, we are up late at night. People like you and I, like, we're drinking our iced coffee. Those are kind of lame examples, but they talk in you and we statements. Their focus is on serving, and their focus is on relationship. So they don't need necessarily to worry about follower count. Why is that hard for me to say? Because they're focusing on the relationship. Now, I could do a whole little thing on this. We're not relationship building forever. We are looking for a quality person who needs what we have. So we have to get to the question. After we, build that relationship genuinely, right? Like, there are people that have told me no on social media and I still follow them. I still comment on their stuff because I actually like them. But we're focusing on that relationship. It's not the follower count that matters, because if we find somebody that says yes, that this business is what they want, then their network grows. So it's not all about our network. We're getting into their network. And then somebody else over here said yes, and now it's their network. And so we're working one by one for the multiplication, right? That comes. And it's a focus on content creating is a focus over the person more than myself, the follower more than myself. We want to be content creators. Unless you plan on becoming an influencer with 10,000 authentic, that's a keyword, authentic followers, that takes a lot of work. Then we want to be content creators. We want to pour into people that want this and get into their network. That's the better way to do it. So while we're focusing on content and branding, lines get blurred. It's very easy to start being an influencer. It's very easy to worry more about our online presence than our business presence and what we're doing behind the scenes. So we have to get very clear in that and honestly remind ourselves often about, what is my main focus here? Business building, leading. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you will draw a pie chart and divide it up into quarters. You want 3/4 of your content. So that pie graph represents your content. You want 3/4 of that to be all about your business. what you're doing in business, what you provide in business, why you're in business, all of that, your business. And then the other quarter is divided up into the other parts of you, your marriage, your family, your cooking, your reading, your walking, your exercising, whatever else is about you goes into that quarter. The third thing, and we talked about this last week in the group chat, say the quiet part out loud. So when you're talking about your business, why this business? Why this business? What does it look like to be a mom in your particular season building this business? What does it mean when you have been in seasons where you haven't had enough money to cover the bills? What does it mean when you've been in seasons of victory financially? And what books are you reading that made you choose network marketing? What do you see in this business that gives you hope that it could work? Say the quiet part out loud, because that vulnerability is what speaks to people. Because they're thinking that, they're feeling that, they want the win, they want the victory, they want to relate to you, but they can't relate to you until they know what's actually going on in your head. Otherwise, our posts look like everybody else's. So we have to say the quiet part out loud, okay? So take a minute and write down just quickly 10 notes. What's the quiet part out loud for you? Don't like go over it and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Just quickly brainstorm 10 things of the quiet part of why this business, or what this business, or how this business. What's the quiet part that others aren't willing to say? 10 things, write them down. And then after you do that, you're going to take one of those things, one of those quiet parts, and you're going to break it up into bite-sized pieces, and you're going to find ways to reword it. Same message, but rewording it, and you're going to make 5 posts out of that one thing. And you're going to do that for each one of those 10. So you've taken 10 quiet parts, 10 posts, and turned it into 50 by rewording it, saying it just a little bit different of a way, different delivery. Because if you go and look at content creators, not influencers, content creators pages, they're reusing content over and over and over. And it's the smart way to do it. It's a sustainable way to do it. It's an impactful way to do it, because you'll find your people. We have to say our message over and over and over. If you think about people who have a message, big companies that have a message, can they just tell us once? Can Nike just tell us once, just do it? No, they have to tell us through hats, through backpacks, through clothes, through commercials, through shoes, through celebrities. They have to tell us over and over and over, because people are dense and we have a lot on our minds. And it's the same for us. You're building your brand. You have to say your message over and over and over until you feel like you're bothering people. And then say it one more time. Seriously, say it one more time. So those are the things. Content creating, your pie graph, where we are 3/4 business, and then saying the quiet part out loud. These are the things that's going to set you apart online, okay? And again, I just want to reiterate, these are second to how you are building your leadership capabilities. All right, love you all.